Have you ever heard of Huang Daxian, the yellow immortal, from northeast China? Here's the catch. This immortal isn't a god. It's actually a weasel. Why call a weasel an immortal? Well, there's this old belief. If an animal lives long enough, it absorbs the essence of nature and gains spiritual power. The weasel, clever and almost human-like, earned the title of Huang Daxian. In the old days, families might leave a little food offering in a corner of the yard. Not worship exactly, more like showing respect to a neighbor. The most famous story about Huang Daxian is called Asking for the Seal. Li was a traveling peddler. One autumn evening, a business deal delayed him, and by the time he set off for home, the sun was already sinking. When the moon reached its peak, Li was crossing a desolate ridge. A cold wind blew, and he shivered. Years on the road had filled his ears with folk tales. Elders often said that certain creatures, after centuries of cultivation, would stop travelers and pose a question. Answer well, and the creature could ascend to immortality while rewarding you in return. But answer poorly, and you might ruin its path and bring trouble upon yourself. As Li walked on, a figure emerged from the fog ahead. When he drew closer, he saw it wasn't a person at all, but a weasel standing upright like a man, a broken red brick balanced on its head, eyes glowing eerily in the moonlight. And then, it spoke.
Traveler, look at me. Do I seem more like a man, or like a god?
Li forced himself to stay calm. He noticed the weasel's glossy fur, the brick like a crown. Inspiration struck. He bowed and said, I see you wearing a crown, robed in gold. You look like a wise man of the way. The moment the words left his lips, the weasel pressed its paws together and bowed 3 times. A white mist rose, and when it cleared, the creature was gone, leaving only a few copper coins. Stunned and overjoyed, Li bowed 3 times toward the empty air before picking up the coins and hurrying on. From that day on, Li's business prospered, and he always told others, if you meet a spirit, choose your words carefully. A kind answer can change your fate. That's the essence of Chinese wisdom. Words have power. Speak kindly, because a kind word can bless someone. A cruel word can cause harm. Respect nature. We're not rulers of the world, just neighbors to animals and plants. Living with respect means living in harmony. So, if you're ever in northeast China and a weasel pops up in an alley asking you that question, don't panic. Just give it a polite, 5-star answer, and maybe you'll walk away with a little luck. Or picture this. A raccoon digging through the trash suddenly stands up and asks,
Do I look more like a thief, or a noble outlaw?
well, you know exactly what to say.